Hello everyone and welcome to our fourth Fanzilla tutorial. In this video I will show you how to use our AI DM prompt system and our Repost Pro. So firstly you want to press this AI DM bot settings. Navigate over to your account. Each account will have different settings so you could copy and paste them once you've done it for one account. So here we're just going to put in the name. For the sake of this tutorial I'll put Fanzilla. For the maximum number of messages in a conversation, I wouldn't go more than 10. I think you could easily convert a client to the OF within 10 messages, and any more messages, they start asking deeper questions and they might start to realize that they aren't talking to an actual human. Maximum number of pending messages accepted per run, so that's just per call. And sent per run, same thing, just put 1. Maximum number of pending messages accepted per day, I'll just put 10. And maximum number of messages sent per day is just 30. So this is per account. So per account, it was probably send 30 messages per day. It doesn't really matter. You could put 50 or whatever, but it's just going to cost more and more. And I don't think it really matters as long as all the conversations get answered within the day. So you could probably just put like, doesn't really matter because it'll only do what's there. Maximum time before CTA is sent. So as you can see here, this means that in the middle of a conversation, the person can maybe leave and they might not respond, or they'll leave you on red. This is just indicating how long do you want to wait until you want to send our call to action. And we will put in that call to action in a second. So for alternative chat platform, this is what happens when a user asks if they prefer to chat on a different social media or a different place. And so you'd say, yeah, I'm good to chat here, and I'll just put just this OF just for the sake of the video. So it would be like, your response would be like, yeah, okay, I prefer to chat on OnlyFans and my username is Wayfumia. Now, I usually like to keep this empty because if this is empty, it would just say, yeah, we can chat, just press a link in my bio and with a smiley face. And I think that's a lot less botty than doing this. So with our CTA spin tags, this is going to be the last text that will be sent as a last message in each conversation. So you're having a conversation, what do you want the last message to be before your AI DM just stops responding? So this is what I just made up on the spot. I have a better one that's probably, it's a lot better than this one, but this is just for the sake of the tutorial. I'll just do this one. So hey, I gotta get something off my chest. I do have, if it's not a deal breaker, can we continue chats there? Plus I want to send you something that Instagram might ban me for. So that's the last message that's gonna be sent, if it's after 10 messages or after 48 hours. And this is a system prompt and API key. So to get them, you have to press this link here. It will also be below on the resources list. You're gonna head over to this place. Now, before you can test anything, you have to create an account and add some funds in. So here is my account. I have enough funds so we could test these things out. So you want to head over to Playground. After you've go into settings and put some money in, head over to Playground, and I'm just gonna name this test. Okay. So what do you want your AI DM prompt to be? Well, I will provide a sort of template for you guys to use, and I'll put this down on the summary list over here. So this is kind of what I've just made up just for this tutorial. Mine is a lot better than this, but especially when it comes to your responses, like I'll say like, oh, don't use emojis, don't do this, don't do that. Like it's a pretty big, but you don't want your prompt to be too big, especially if you're only using GPT 3.5. So let's just put this in, copy, put this in as my instructions, and I just put save. And we'll go ahead and run this and see how it goes. So we could feel for what it would actually say, like what the responses are going to be with these specific instructions. So we go, hey, how are you? Okay, so this response is good. So if I was to analyze this and I want to readjust the instructions so that maybe it would just keep the message a bit shorter, make it seem more realistic, that's completely fine. I might just say, okay, only your responses should only be 20 or 30 characters long and stuff like that. So you continue to change your instructions based on how you want your response to look. It should fit the profile of your model. Once you like your instructions and what it's giving to you, you just paste it into here, and then you insert your open API key. Just make sure that it's got balance on there, otherwise it's not going to work. Now, if you're doing dating apps and you're getting a lot higher quality people in the DMs, I would recommend changing the model to GPT-4. It's cost a bit more, but you will probably convert a lot better. With GPT 3.5, it's $1 per 1,000 messages. With GPT-4, it's $1 per 100 messages. So I use GPT 3.5 because I'm only running Instagram Mother Slave, but if I was running dating apps and I was funneling them to my Instagram, I'd probably run GPT-4. So you go here, active. Now I just got to insert an API key, which I won't do that because I don't want you guys to see my API key. Now, we'll go ahead and check out Repost Pro. So with Repost Pro, again, media sources, so you could go on hashtags and look this and repost any people who are posting these. I would not recommend that. This is what I recommend. Peoples. So if you're running there's essentially two ways to do Repost Pro. One, if you're running the mother slave and you want your slaves to start reposting more photos of your model throughout the week. So I usually, after 2 weeks of running the automation, usually the account will get about 150 new fresh follows. And this is where I'd start running the Repost Pro, where I would go ahead, add account. I would then go on that account and add photos that I haven't posted on the other slave account. So I'd have one primary account with completely different photos from older slaves. So let's say I set up this account. So this account is completely different to the photos that my slaves posted, and I then take the username of that account, go ahead and I'd add it. So here, now this slave account will start posting photos from this account here. And you could then select, okay, which ones? Well, I want to post these. I'll select these. I want to do one per day, and if I want to remove them after a couple of days, I can. Then you could follow this just to how you want to time the repost, but I wouldn't touch this, doesn't really matter. For the caption, if you want the original caption, just do this. So you could set up the captions on that account first so that it matches, and you can just do this, and that's it. You go through here. Usually I'd like to press share media to stories after repost published, and then I'll just do this, or I'll do a swipe up with a link of the OF. So after it posts, it will then share that post to the story just to alert the followers. Now there's a specific reason why I'd wait 2 weeks, because once I have enough followers, I don't have to constantly go through that website to buy likes. There would be enough people to like it so that it doesn't seem sketchy. Because if I just start this straight away, like I just started the automation for this one, and I started doing the reposting straight away, the new posts will only get a couple likes. So that's why I specifically wait 2 weeks. Now, the other way to use Repost Pro is if you're just running real slaves. So they are slaves which is only purpose is to get on the explore page, in which you do the same thing. So maybe I could copy another account and just act like it's my model, like this account, and it would repost these videos. Now the only difference with this strategy is that you need to buy a US mobile proxy. The location of the mobile proxy is where your posts will show up on the Explore page. So I don't bother with the US mobile proxy if I was doing this for my slaves because I'm using Ukraine. So I don't I don't use Repost Pro for the purpose of getting on the Explore page. However, if I were to do that, I'd buy a US mobile proxy. You could buy it from the same website as I had shown on tutorial 1. And you go ahead and just add your target account. So I want to do this one, do people reels, and that. So all of these slaves will post just these ones, just the reels here, and it should be shown on the US Explore page. Now you can also go on the comments and then add additional hashtags, different hashtags for each one. It really doesn't matter. Just follow these. So yeah, the reason why the mobile proxy is important is because it doesn't matter where the account was made, Instagram will usually follow what mobile proxy it's using. Yeah, you should be able to connect at least 100 real slaves to one US mobile proxy, and you should be good. So yeah, that concludes our Repost Pro and our AIDM bot settings. If you have any questions, please click the link here. This will take you to the Telegram chat, and you could ask me questions there, and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. Thank you.